Welcome to BTA Fridays Breaking the Algorithm. I'm your host, Kelly Morgan. This is where indie authors stop chasing trends. We build strategy, visibility, and confidence. Around here, we don't follow the algorithm. We break it and put something better in its place. Let's get to today's episode. Hey everybody, Kelly here. Welcome to another episode of BTA Fridays Breaking the Algorithm, where we stop chasing trends and build something better. So, since we're closing out the year, I wanted to sit down and be fully honest about what worked for me this year and what absolutely did not work for me this year, right? Because I think it's important that we look at like the things that did work and maybe how we can prove it. We also need to look at the things, that I did marketing wise and some of the strategies that I implemented that just didn't work, right? And I don't see anything as a failure. I look at them all as lessons and information. It's the opportunity to pivot. It's the opportunity to learn, and it's the opportunity to try something different. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's What did not work for me? Okay. Ads, right? Facebook ads, Amazon ads, really any ads. I did drop money into ads and it did nothing for me except drain my wallet. I didn't get any sales. I didn't get any movement. I didn't get any spark. So ads did not work for me. They maybe worked for you, but for me, and trust me, I went down the rabbit hole. I did all the tricks and the trends and everything that you're supposed to do to help those ads and nothing. So ads did not work for me in 2025. TikTok shop did not work for me either. Now, I did set up a TikTok shop. I didn't really put a lot of calories into it because I just didn't have the time. So I can't say that it would have worked for me, but it didn't work for me. I didn't get anything from TikTok, and I'm not a true TikToker. I'm not on TikTok a lot. So I would say though that the TikTok shop did not work for me, although I might try to get into it maybe more deeper into 2026, but 2025, no. Although I did set it up. So if you ever want to buy a book from me off of TikTok, yeah, let me go ahead and, help me see how that works. Help me go ahead and test that. All right. Another thing that did not work for me is trying to master the algorithm. Oh my God, I spent so much time trying to figure out what time to post, what platform, what trend, what sound, what song, all of that stuff. It never worked for me. The algorithm never gave me love back, right? Posting trends did not work for me. Trending audio, stuff that they say do this and go viral. Nope, none of that stuff worked for me at all. Um, Platforms that didn't work for me, Pinterest and X, both very quiet, low traction, and honestly, just not two platforms that I just did not put a lot of calories into emotionally or mentally, and just they just didn't work for me. Kobo, Kobo, Kobo will not list You Sound White because of the title. I'm done trying to argue it with them. I'm not fighting with them. Kobo did not work for me, right? And then you know what else didn't work for me? Pushing myself past my limit. Every time I forced myself to keep working when I knew that I needed to stop, the work that I put out, the quality that I put out was not good, and I paid for it later. So pushing myself past my limit did not work for me in 2025. And you also know what didn't work for me? Trying to sit in rooms that were not my audience. I learned that not every space is my space and that you cannot be every place. And that, you know what? Forcing never works. So I did learn that some rooms are not my audience. And you also know what didn't work for me, you guys? Amazon sales. Here's the truth. Selling my books on Amazon did not work for me. Like I said, I tried the ads, I didn't get any traction. I tried to direct people to Amazon. I just didn't get any real major traction off of Amazon. And when I did, man, did they eat up those royalties. So yeah, Amazon did not really work for me. So those are the things that did not work for me this year. Now let's talk about what did work for me, right? Because there are things that actually worked. Being consistent. One of the things in my strategy this year was to be consistent, and just to keep going no matter what. Even when you think nobody is listening or watching or reading or viewing, you have to be consistent. So I was very consistent in posting my content and making sure that I'm posting BTA Fridays and the authors might. So yes, I was a big win for me being consistent. Pitching myself to podcast, another major win for me. Every time I shared my story, things happened, right? Every time I was just my authentic self, things happened. So that was a big win for me. Learning how to pitch correctly, right? Not just pitching more, pitching better. Learning what to pitch, when to pitch, how to position myself. That changed everything, right? So that was a big win for me. Collaboration. Oh my God. I collaborated so much this year. Collaboration is probably one of my favorite things to do. Every partnership, every person that I connected with, I feel opened up a door, if not now, in the future. And so, yes, collaboration worked for me. Big win. Goodreads. Believe it or not, Goodreads worked for me. And I'm not on Goodreads a lot, but I did go and do some research on Goodreads. I even did an episode on Goodreads. I did my profile on Goodreads. And yeah, I actually got some traction from Goodreads. So people found me, people connected strictly from Goodreads. So Goodreads worked for me. Substack. Now, Substack, I'd say was one of my biggest wins because it was just a platform that I didn't know about that I learned about. Now, granted, I think I've got like maybe 9 subscribers on Substack, but you know what? Those are 9 real people who are interested and who read my content every week that I put it out. And I consider that to be a big win. I have no problem with telling you the number that I have. You know what? So if you're interested and you want to follow me on Substack, I would love to have you. But I really feel like Substack is a great program, and I feel like it was a win for me, right? You know what else worked for me? Facebook groups. And I am not big on Facebook. And not for selling, but for networking. Oh my God, and for support and for visibility. Solid win on the Facebook groups. I was able to connect with a lot of people. I was able to network. I was able to collaborate. I didn't really try to sell anything off of Facebook, but for that visibility, those Facebook groups worked for me. You also know what else worked for me? Probably one of my biggest mind shifts this year was seeing myself as a brand. When I stopped thinking just like an author and started thinking as a brand, everything aligned. My confidence, my voice, my content, my direction, that worked for me. So changing my mindset and really seeing my publishing company and my platform as a brand really, I think, shifted everything for me. You also know what worked for me this year. And listen, I even did an episode on it. That is getting those personalized, bright-headed publishing license plate. Man, every time I go outside and I get in the car, I see those plates. It just made everything real. I see my identity, I see my brand, I see my message, and it just pulled me deeper into that CEO energy. So that was a big win for me, and that was a mind shift for me. You also know what else worked for me? Investing in my own website. I can't say enough. That's huge win, right? Because guess what? Selling my books on Amazon did not work, but selling the books from my own website worked. Invested in my website, making it clean, making it easy to navigate, worked better than any marketplace. People trusted me. They trusted the space that I built, and it paid off. So, you know what, y'all? If you guys do decide that you do want to pick up one of my books, you know what? Don't go to Amazon, order from me. I'll ship it to you for free and I'll sign it. So that worked for me. Amazon, not so much, but investing in my own website and purchasing books myself in bulk and then offering them worked for me. You know what else worked for me? And this is something I had never tried before. It was brand new to me, was the Bray book event, BRAE. Let me tell you something. That was the first time that I had ever participated in that event, and it was huge. The outreach, the visibility, the engagement, the connection, it was phenomenal. Definitely one of my top wins of the year. Okay, and what else was a big win for me? Not knowing that every space is for everybody. I consider that a win because I learned how to recognize my own win and my own rooms, right? And to walk away from the ones that didn't fit. And in learning that, I learned how to save my time and my energy and my frustration. You know what else worked for me this year, you guys? Believe it or not, moving in silence. Yes, protecting my ideas, protecting my process, letting things grow without outside opinions. This worked for me spiritually and strategically. So there is something to be said about moving in silence and not telling everybody exactly what you're doing. I actually somebody had I'd actually saw a video that somebody had equated this back to quantum physics, where when you open your ideas to others, you open it up to their energy, their doubts, their fears. And so yeah, sometimes moving in silence, big win for me. I learned that. Big win for me. You know what else was a big win for me? Affirmations, y'all. And I've done a couple episodes on the author's mic where I've done nothing but affirmations. Affirmations, I'm such a believer. They have kept me motivated. They have kept me grounded. They have encouraged me. They've helped me stay focused. So affirmations definitely worked for me. You know what else worked for me, you guys? Essential, essential to my creative life this year was self-care and play. And I mean, I gave myself permission to do all the things that I love. I gave myself permission to garden, to meditate, do yoga, journal, walk the dog, go have pedicures, take vacations, rest, go to concerts, play, all of that stuff. I honored myself first, and that made everything so much stronger. So, big win for me this year, just honoring my voice, bringing my authentic self, sharing my story. Big win. So those are really the things that worked for me. And when I think about it, I had more wins than I did losses this year. Did I sell 1 million books? I did not. Did I become rich this year off of the book sales? I did not. But did I build trust, credibility, visibility, and make some really great connections? Yes, I did. So this year was a win for me in this space. So what was a win for you in 2025, and what does 2026 look like for you? Next week on the last Friday of the year, I'm going to do the year in review of BTA. BTA Fridays premiered, you guys, on July 11th of this year, and I have been consistent every single Friday, bringing you what I think are good, solid ideas to help you break the algorithm and different ways to promote and market your books, and try to give you different strategies and just really try to be helpful and build a community. So before I let you go, laundry list. Number one, if you are a creative in this space, you'd like to share this platform, guest every Monday on the author's mic, go to my website, go to the Be a Guest tab. The rest is pretty self-explanatory, easy peasy. If you are on your writing journey, but you're kind of stuck, I got some free information for you, 44 pages, totally free on my website. Go get it. Come on, finish that book. Get your words out there. Your words matter. Your journey matters, right? If you are interested in supporting me, I've got 2 books out there. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I sell them myself from my website. You Sound White and Wait for It. Wait for It's also an audiobook. I do not sell the audiobook, but it is an audiobook. I'm happy to sign them and ship them to you. I got some free goodies and all that good stuff. But no pressure. Go get them wherever good books are sold if you are interested in supporting me as an indie author. And then lastly, we also have a book club. It's called the IRS. It's a book club that I started to promote indie authors, just another way to give you another way to help you promote your book. All we read is indie authors, right? And so you can join 2 ways. You can join as a reader. We'd love to have you. I would love to see this book club get really big and robust and just thousands of members. I would love that. And then, of course, if you're an author, you can also pitch us Because if we don't know about your book unless you tell us, because like I said, we only read indie authors. All right, you guys. This has been another episode of BTA Fridays. This is about what worked for me and what didn't. Definitely had more things work for me. Definitely had some great wins in 2026, or oh my God, I'm a year ahead, 2025. But next Friday, the last Friday of the month, I'm going to give the year in review and everything that I've talked about on BTA Fridays. Until then, you guys, we'll see you next Friday.